you like to swing on a star? Oh, oh, oh. Carry moonbeams home in a jar. Oh, oh, oh. And be better off than you are. Oh, oh, oh. Or would you rather go to Earth? And Earthling's a creature as plain as can be. Yeah. He's not as unique as you or me. His body comes in lots of different shapes. They say his relatives were chimps and apes. But if you take my advice for what it's worth, you could be happy there on Earth. Or would you like to swing on a star? Oh, oh, oh. Carry moonbeams home in a jar. Oh, oh, oh. And be better off than you are. Oh, oh, oh. You could be swinging on a star. Yeah, yeah. You could be swinging on a star.
So how's it going?
Well, I finally finished my school project on politics.
You finished it in 10 minutes?
Yeah, but it was worth the extra time.
Well, let's hear this epic.
Okay. The History of the Campaign Button by Evie Garland. First there was the campaign. Then came the button. The rest is history. So what do you think? Too wordy?
That's all you wrote?
Oh, of course not. The end.
It'll be the end for you, young lady, if you don't pick another project. A real one this time.
Mom, this is such a boring topic. Politics is the pits.
Oh, Evie, that's not true. Politics can be very interesting. Well, that's why government service attracts our best and brightest people.
Oh, hi, guys. Donna, do you have a coat hanger? I locked the key to the city in my car again.
Best and brightest, huh?
Kyle, actually, I'm glad you're here. As mayor, would you tell Evie how interesting politics is?
Well, sure. It's a pits.
Kyle, what's wrong?
Haven't you heard the bad news?
No?
Well, as you know, I'm up for re-election again.
Oh, that is bad news.
Very funny. The bad news is I'm running unopposed again.
Why is that bad? It means you can't lose.
Yeah, well, some of the guys are saying the only reason I keep getting re-elected is because I'm always unopposed. They said if anyone else would bother to run, they'd beat the pants off me.
Oh, don't be silly, Kyle.
Well, let's face it. I'm the butt of everybody's jokes.
You're not.
Hey, gang. Did you all hear the one about the rabbi, the priest, and Kyle?
No, but I did hear the one about a guy who walks into a bar with Kyle on his head. And I remember thinking it's not the least bit funny.
You see?
Hey, I've got a surefire way that'll stop people from telling jokes about your political career.
Start telling jokes about his acting career?
All you have to do is find an opponent who's so unqualified that you can beat him by a landslide.
Hey, that's not a bad idea.
Oh, don't be ridiculous. What kind of idiot would be willing to look like a stooge in front of the whole town? He's made me look like a stooge in front of the whole town.
No, he didn't, Mo. I mean, Mom.
Oh. If Kyle is smart, he will never show his face in this house again.
Oh, morning. I want to get over before you had a chance to read the paper. And I see you've already had a chance to glance at it.
Kyle, how could you put a story about me like that in the paper?
Well, I asked a lot of other people first, but they're all afraid of looking like the town stooge. You're not mad at me, are you?
I could kill you.
And I suppose breakfast is out of the question.
Kyle, why did you do this to me? I thought we were friends.
Well, Donna, we are. I figure the only person to do me such a big favor is my best friend.
I'm your best friend?
Well, actually, Nick at the barber shop is my best friend. But that's only because he's got a built-in pool. You're my very best friend.
Your very best friend?
You know, Mom, if you run for mayor, I could be your campaign manager, and That could be my project on politics. So, what do you say, Mom?
Yeah. What do you say, Mom?
Your very best friend?
My very, very best.
Well, all right.
Thanks, Donna. And I promise, you won't be inconvenienced at all.
Okay.
Pick you up at 3 a.m.
3 a.m.?
Good morning and welcome to everyone's favorite radio show, Information for Insomniacs. Our guests are Mayor Kyle Applegate and his challenger, Donna Garland. Good morning. Well, I hope you two are prepared for some tough questions. Our callers are keenly aware of today's hot issues. Go ahead.
Yeah. I want to know what their stand is on making Hawaii the 50th state.
Hawaii was made our 50th state over 30 years ago.
Well, since my opponent has seen fit to duck this hot potato, I'm going to tackle it head on. I'm all in favor of admitting Hawaii into the Union. America needs the macadamia nuts.
Well, I think America's got enough nuts. Next caller, please.
Hi, this is Fred from Monterey. I'd like to hear Mayor Applegate's stand on a plan to take away a portion of the children's playground and build a mini mall.
Fred, I'm completely against it. I think we should wipe out the whole playground and build a gigantic mall. One of those big suckers with 300 stores, 15 movie theaters, and a little mechanical pony ride out in front.
But the children will have no place to play. I mean, it would cause massive traffic jams. It would open the door to urban blight.
Picky, picky, picky.
Mrs. Garland, what do you have to say about the mayor's ill-conceived plan?
I don't want to criticize.
Don't worry, Donna. We won't laugh at your little thoughts. What's your opinion of the mall situation?
Well, I am new at this, but I think our children's happiness should come first. Maybe we could revitalize our already existing downtown area.
That's a wonderful idea.
Yeah, it was okay. But remember, she really blew that Hawaiian thing.
Okay. Oh, okay. Let me try and answer those last three callers' questions. Neil, I would cut the unemployment rate by giving new businesses tax credits. And Sarah, I think we should remove all cruise missiles from Europe. And Walt, I put a little salve on that. And if it doesn't clear up, I'd see a dermatologist.
Marvelous. Is there anything you don't have an answer for?
Yes. What do I do with all my old 8-track tapes? But I've been doing far too much talking. I'm sure there are a lot of questions out there for the equally marvelous Mayor Applegate.
Yes, I have a question. Sir, is it true that you're a male chauvinist who's more interested in dating Marlowe's women than helping to solve their problems?
Certainly not. And I'd like to go into that in a little more detail. Perhaps over dinner and a movie.
What Mayor Applegate means is that he's a big supporter of equal rights for women.
Exactly. I've always found them to be sensitive, intelligent members of the human race.
What would you say to those feminists who say you haven't accomplished anything?
Look at for women.
Well, I think we'll close on that note. It's up to you, voters. You can vote for the creative and resourceful candidate, Donna Garland, or you can vote for this Applegate guy.
Hey, thanks for the endorsement.
Yuck, I don't know how Ed McMahon does all of his.
Look at all this stuff. Evie, I am not really running for mayor. The idea is for Kyle to win.
I know.
If you ask me, you and your Uncle Vino have gotten carried away with this campaign.
Have not. Maybe I should just speak for myself.
Now, hear this, my fellow Americans. From now on, there will be no more campaigning for me in this election. Understood?
But, Donna, there's a rumor going around that you just might win. Yeah, the people who heard you on that radio show liked the ideas you came up with.
Kyle had a lot of ideas, too. Didn't they hear what he had to say?
Yes.
Rats.
All right, now I'm going to go phone my buddy on the newspaper and see if there's any new information.
Oh, I cannot wait till this election is over and things get back to normal around here.
Will the chair recognize the delegate from Buzzland? Well, if the chair doesn't, how about the coffee table? Do I look familiar?
What's going on?
I'm here to help snatch defeat from the jaws of victory. In this box, I have everything a candidate needs to win.
Buzz, thank you, but I'm really...
First, magazine, because you must stand on the issues. Next, dirt and water for the inevitable mudslinging. Well, I'm off. I've got to go start stuffing the ballot box. Think I'd use homemade or stovetop?
Stovetop.
Stovetop? I'm staying.
No, you're not. Buzz.
Mom, do you think Uncle Vino could be right about you winning the election?
That's what's got me worried. Oh, and if I'm worried, Kyle must be in an absolute panic.
Oh, and the Saints go marching in. Oh, and the Saints go marching in. I wanna be in that number.
Right again,
oh,
Mom.
And the Saints go marching. Oh, and the Saints.
Kyle.
Oh, and the Saints.
Kyle,
Oh, and the
Kyle. You know, a lot of people heard us on that radio show last night, and I'm afraid I'm going to get a lot of votes because of it.
Relax, Donna. No, this is that rinky-dink station.
Oh, yeah? Well, I just found out the latest poll says the election is a toss-up. Kyle, you could lose.
Relax. It's in the bag. Well, I got a meeting with Police Chief Walsh. He's always hounding me for luxuries the town can't afford, like a desk.
What would you spend the money on?
Necessities, like a hot tub for the mayor's office.
I wish you would take this election seriously.
I know, but there's nothing you can do about it.
Well, yes, there is. I got into this mess by coming up with some good ideas. From this moment on, I am not saying anything that would give a person a reason to vote for me.
Mrs. Garland, I'm Mike Rollins, KMAR-TV. I'd like to ask you a few questions about the campaign.
I'm sorry. I don't have time to waste talking to the press. I've got to make lunch for my daughter. Let's see them turn that into something positive.
Donna Garland, a woman who puts her daughter's lunch ahead of her political career. And I say, what's wrong with that? Maybe Marlowe needs a family-oriented mayor.
No, it doesn't. Can't stand this. Evie, change the channel.
Okay.
Nuclear crisis in the Mideast.
Thank you.
But first, this late-breaking story about Donna Garland, a mayoral candidate whose homespun charm has captivated an entire city.
Don't these news shows have anything else to talk about?
Hi, this is Do They Hand with Sports.
Oh, it's more like it.
And one of the greatest sports in California is Donna Garland. She's really hit a home run with the voters.
This is Mike Rollins for KMAR-TV, broadcasting the closing minutes in Marlowe's mayoral election. Let's listen in as Mayor Applegate makes a case for himself with an undecided voter.
Well, you've heard my opponent's proposition. What do you think about mine? There was a fly in my face.
Right.
Please vote for Kyle. Thank you, Grandma Applegate. What are you doing here? You're supposed to be out getting votes for Kyle.
We have been. I targeted all my friends' parents and got Kyle 72 votes.
Great. I targeted the senior citizens and got him 50 votes.
And I targeted all the single women in town.
Great. How many votes did you get?
Votes?
Vino!
All right.
Don't worry, Mom. There's still a few minutes to make sure that you lose. Watch this. Excuse me. I see you plan on voting for Donna Garland. Obviously, you've chosen to ignore her prison record. Not to mention the weekend with Gary Hart.
Evie, get over here.
Pretty good, huh?
Oh, don't worry, Donna. I'm sure we'll have enough votes for Kyle.
You're right. It would be impossible for him to blow the election now. Oh, boy, I wish there was a way we could be sure.
Maybe there is. I froze time. That way we can count how many votes Kyle needs to win.
We can't do that, Evie. It's against the law.
Whatever you say, Mayor Garland.
Don't just stand there, gleep the law.
Donna, you won't believe it.
What?
Yeah. Both you and Kyle tied with 500 votes each.
What? Oh, great. What if somebody comes in and votes for me? Kyle will lose.
Not a chance, Donna. I looked at the list of voters, and the only person who hasn't voted yet is Kyle.
Oh, fantastic. Okay, Evie. Unfreeze time. Let's get this over with. Kyle, come on. You barely have time to cast your vote.
I'm not going to bother. With all the votes I got, I don't want to humiliate you by adding one more.
Go on. Humiliate me. Humiliate me. It's not what you think.
We should have the final results of the mayor's race any minute now. I hear it's very close, Mrs. Garland. You must be very excited.
Yeah, I'm on pins and needles. Can we hurry this up? I've got a roast in the oven.
Well, Mom, how does it feel to have almost become the mayor of Marlowe?
Well, I'm glad Kyle's going to win. But I have to admit, it was kind of fun trying to solve the town's problems. Well, maybe someday, huh?
Ladies and gentlemen, I have just been handed the final results.
Here, Donna, try to keep the tears to a minimum.
And the winner is Donna Garland. Talk about close. You won by 1 vote.
Oops.
Kyle, who did you vote for?
Well, I felt so bad about the beating you're going to take. I thought you should at least have 1 vote.
Kyle, I'm so sorry for you. Is there anything I can do?
Yes. Can I have my hanky back?
Well, Dad, it's official. Mom is the new mayor of Marlowe. Unfortunately, I'll probably flunk my project because I managed her campaign.
How can you flunk if you managed a winning campaign?
Because Mom didn't support a 50% pay raise for teachers.
How's it feel to be chief executive, honey? Or should I call you Madam Mayor?
Don't be ridiculous. Call me Madam Honey. Actually, I'm sorry Kyle lost, but now I've got a job to do, and I'm going to do it. Someone's at the door, Troy. Gotta go.
Hi, Mayor. Sorry. I mean, ex-mayor. Sorry. I mean, sir. Mom, can you help me out here?
Kyle, what's the suitcase for?
It's for carrying clothes. Gee, Donna, the mayor should know stuff like that.
What Mom meant was, what are you doing with it?
I'm leaving town. I gotta hit the road and find a job. I'm unemployed now, you know.
Kyle, did you hear that Police Chief Walsh resigned?
Oh, no. What a surprise. I guess you'll be needing a replacement.
Uh-huh.
Someone who's had experience in public office. Someone who knows the law. Someone who's wanted to be a policeman ever since he was a little boy.
Little boy? Bigger boy? Kyle, I decided to give you the job an hour ago.
Really? Oh, I hope you didn't think I came over here hinting for it.
No. Why don't you stop by the police station and pick up your uniform?
No problem.
Kyle, original design?
What, no hat?
I want to thank you for this, Donna. And don't you worry. I won't let you down. I'll be the hardest working police chief this town has ever had.
Oh, I'm glad, Kyle. Now, I want to have a meeting with you first thing tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I got a golf game in the morning.
Okay, tomorrow afternoon.
Racquetball.
How about tomorrow evening?
Gee, Donna, I don't know. I'm going to be awful beat after all that golf and racquetball. Maybe we can get together next week. Call my secretary. Ben Coleman.
I can't believe he had his uniform and hat.
I'm surprised he didn't come over in the police cruiser.
Spring break heats up with a back-to-back blast of the Windies. First at 6:30, will the gang's bestseller Backfire? And then at 7, Carl and Urkel duke it out on national television. It's a full hour of Family Matters, tonight at 6:30 and 7, right here on Channel 5. And now, will the gang's business venture backfire? Stay tuned. Saved by the Bell is next.